tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
What's up, world? I'm your host, Nina Scott, and welcome back to another edition of Gone Viral, where we interview the world's hottest entertainers and influencers, and we capture their moments of viral fame. Of course, we do have our special guest in the building, but before we get to him, I want to talk about our special segment, which is Viral Vice, where we do 3 gems where our special guest is going to share with us. And listen, if you guys have any questions for him, he's going to answer. But let's talk about our special guest. He is a H-Town native, actor, content creator, and one of the many star actors in the hit series All Screwed Up of H-Town's finest, Mr. DJ Screw. Ooh. You guys give it up for Mr. Dean Will.
Hey, what's up? What it do? South Sea Khalil.
Okay. Listen, he put H-Town and everybody else on the map. Okay, but first of all, I just want to say congratulations on everything that you've accomplished thus far.
Thank you so much.
But I want to get into this whole viral moment that you had. Let's talk about what you did back in, I think it was 2017. You were actually, I'm thinking in H-Town. Mm-hmm. It was When She's Bad, But Her Feet Is Badder. Okay, first of all, y'all, listen. It was 4 million views, 6,200 shares, and 9.k comments.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know it was that much. I thought it was like at 2 million last time I checked.
But that's what I'm for. You're at 4 million, bro. Okay, but listen, let's talk about this. What was the whole concept behind She's Bad, But Her Feet Is Badder? Like,
I mean, thinking back on it, I really feel like I was, at the time, the person that was in the video, she had her feet out and she was talking about how crusty her feet were. So on the spot, we just kind of came up with it. And
wait. Let's bring this back. So basically what you're saying is that you was just out and about.
Yeah, we was out and about where we were shooting content.
Okay, so you were shooting content.
We were shooting content
cool.
that day. And we were getting to the point where we were about to wrap it up, but she was walking with her feet out. Well, she had her feet out, her shoes off, walking to her car. I'm like, man, put your crusty feet up or whatever. And she was talking about how she'd been needing to get a pedicure, and it was looking real, but it was looking bad. And we came up with the idea right there on the spot. So.
Wow. So, okay, coming up with an idea on the spot, not even knowing that it's going to go viral.
Yeah.
How long did it take? So you came up with the idea. So did you write it out? Like, so what was the whole transition after that?
So back then, like, you know, me and my homie B Wise, we would do a lot of videos. It was just really us two. So a lot of times we would just have the idea, and we would kind of like brainstorm together and just kind of like put it together as we go. Sometimes we might have the ending at the beginning. We know how we want to end it. And we just kind of like fill in. We help each other fill in the rest of it, and
just go from there.
We just went from there.
So 4 million views. So whenever this video went viral, like what were you doing? Like what were you thinking? Like were you really trying to go viral, or were you just trying to create content?
We were just trying to create content. It wasn't even. I didn't never think that it was going to go viral. And I think what happened, I think it had a late surge. I think it didn't go viral right away.
Wow.
I think something happened. I don't know if somebody posted it or somebody reposted it. I think it was about like a week or two afterwards. And I didn't know Brandy, the girl that was in it, she called me and she said, you see that video? And I'm like, dang, I don't know what happened. It went.
So were people hitting you up or anything?
Yeah, people was hitting me up. I mean, people like family members, friends, like just sending it to me, DMing me.
Any opportunities?
Wasn't it? I didn't get an opportunity from that particular one.
Okay, we can talk about some other ones too, because I got 2 more.
Yeah.
So you did that one. You know, you went 4 million. 4 million views is actually what you got. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about this second one that you did, because again, the whole moment of talking about going viral is that there's different ways you can go viral, right? So we have so many different social media platforms. That's what you did on Facebook.
Right.
I want to talk about Instagram, okay? So you did one on Instagram, which is the video. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing because I watched it and it was absolutely hilarious. When fronting goes wrong. Now listen.
Fronting goes wrong.
We all know, you know, brothers, you know, like when the guy's really trying to catch the girl, you know, you guys will do whatever it takes. So I know, you know, you did this video, and I just want you to tell them, like, because first of all, ladies, he was sitting on somebody else's porch. No, Porsche. And the girl was like, so when are you going to take me for a ride?
Okay.
And he was like, no, like, we can just stand by the Porsche. She said, no, when you going to take me for a ride. And that's when you got caught in your lie. So I want you to tell me what were you thinking whenever you created this thing?
All right, so that was my homie's Porsche. That was my homie's Porsche at the time. And at that moment, you know, I was just kind of trying to create so much. So I had so many different ideas. And when Leyland hit me up to shoot, I had this idea. He had the Porsche out in the front, and just kind of just like with the same thing with the feet video. We just kind of brainstormed together, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna kind of front and act like this mine.
Which is what guys do all the time.
You know what I mean? So it was just you know playing on what we do, and we created some dopeness. Like,
listen, well, I want to tell you guys that this particular video went. It was 378K.
Oh, nice. on Instagram.
On Instagram. On Instagram. See, it's my job to bring forth these viral moments that some of these guests, they just do it so much they don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about one of the funniest ones that you did, y'all, because he did one viral on Facebook. You did one on IG. But there's one that you did on YouTube last year in January.
Which one is that one?
And this one, y'all, listen, this was hilarious. It's called My Son's Name Is.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
that's the one with
tell
me,
the
Ayana, and
world.
Watts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell the world about this particular video.
I think, all right, so the way that happens is that I end up meeting my girlfriend, who's Ayana's playing my girlfriend in the sketch. I meet her boyfriend and her ex. It was her ex.
Ooh, you know how it is when you meet the exes.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think the way that came up, we were just having a discussion. I think we were just talking about it. You know, a lot of times, you know, you get together with creators, if we just having just a regular conversation, you know, you can find any kind of video out of that conversation. Right. And I don't know what exactly we were talking about at the time, but somebody mentioning if their son, I think I named him. She named the son. That's what it was. She named
son Brandon.
She named and after the ex.
And
that's
it was
what
the way that she spelled it.
Right. Yeah. Man, I haven't watched that in so long.
Oh my gosh.
How many did that do?
That was 384K, and that was on YouTube.
Nice. Yeah. That was good.
Y'all listen. I don't want to spoil it because it was funny. So tell them about the video.
Okay, so it starts off with us leaving to get something from eating, I believe. I think that's what it was. And then we run into the ex, and you know, I'm trying to really just kind of brag and boast, like I'm trying to like just front on him like this baby right here, and she trying to get out the situation. And but he kind of know that that she is one that she really loved him, you know what I mean, when they were together. So that's what his role was. He was playing off of that, and then he really got the last of it, the best of me, when I found out that our child was being named after him.
But not even just named after him, y'all. Like he's like, well, how do you spell your son's name?
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
It was really petty. He's like, how do you spell your son's name?
Oh yeah.
And come to find out, he spelled his son's name
the exact same way.
Yes.
See, I haven't seen it so long, I forgot how it went.
And y'all, she just walked off like, exit.
Yeah.
Sexual chocolate. Let's go this way.
Right, yeah. Because you know what happened after that.
That was absolutely hilarious. But
appreciate it.
Behind this creative, amazing, multi-viral content mind of yours is that you are an actor.
Yes.
So
that's the passion right there.
That's your passion.
That's the passion.
That's your passion patch.
Yeah, that's what that's like doing the sketches and the skits. It was because of me wanting to have an opportunity to create for myself, just because I want to act. I love the art like that much. I started creating because I couldn't figure out how to get in the door, so I just bought a camera and bought Final Cut, invested in it. Didn't know what I was doing.
Now I know that you're an H-Town native, and now you're here in LA. So you said that you bought this. So did these sketches start in Houston, or did they start here?
No, they started in Houston.
Wow.
They started in Houston for sure. And like, when I first bought the camera, it took me a while to really kind of like really use it because you know I was I was intimidated by the idea of trying to like create for myself. This is before even like Instagram really popped off.
Right. Because you started on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, I started on I actually started on YouTube, but I deleted the first account that I had, and I never just really like went in for it. At the time when like the social media.
It was like just starting.
It was just starting, and it was popping on YouTube first with Timothy Delgado,
right?
Spoken Reasons, and they were kind of like, when I saw that, I was, you know what, man, I can do this, but I didn't have the skills to edit or to shoot. I didn't go to school for it or none of that, but I bought it. You know, I invested like dang near $2,000 in it. So I was like, I need to start putting this to use. So that's when I started kind of YouTubing how to shoot, how to edit. And from there, that became a passion as well, you know, wanting to be able to direct. And then, you know, I hustle a lot as far as editing. You know, I used to edit a lot before I kind of even got out here. You know, that's how I saved up a lot, just doing a lot of side jobs, editing people's videos.
Wow.
Yep.
So basically, like, you know, you knew that you wanted to act. I mean, I kind of want to trickle back into that.
Okay.
So when did you know that, like, you really wanted to be this actor?
So when I was in high school, you know, I played basketball. I went to school, played college. You know, at the time when you playing ball in high school, you think you going to the pros. You know what I mean?
First of all, y'all, I know y'all can't see, but Dean is he has the height of a Dean. Okay,
yeah, right. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Ooh, see,
Yeah,
I told y'all.
6'5".
So already, like, with your height, it's like your family, your friends know, like, you definitely gonna go to the pros, whether football or basketball.
Right. Well, I felt that way. I just was naive and just kind of ignorant to the fact of how the whole process of recruiting and all of that worked.
Right.
But in the event of it, like, it was my sophomore year. Well, I could take you back before that. My in middle school, you know, I went to Parker in Johnston at first. I don't know if you
in Houston.
In Houston. So those are schools for performing arts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I lived in the hood, but my mama didn't want us going to school there, so we did these magnet programs. So I played instruments like my whole life.
Oh wow.
So it wasn't until when I got to middle school. And like when I got to Johnston, we had to take every elective. Like we had to take a dance class, an acting class, even no matter what you was there for. You know, right. I was there for like drums, percussions. And when I got into that acting class, I loved it. I absolutely loved. I was like, oh, I want to do this. But unfortunate situations happened at the school. I got kicked out, and I didn't get introduced back to it until I got to high school.
So that was what, like a 4 or 5 year period?
A 4 or 5 year period was my sophomore year. Something happened with my schedule where they didn't put an elective on it. So the only elective that I can take was advanced theater in my sophomore year. I've never taken theater since that 6th grade year.
Right.
And it started coming back to me like, oh man, I love this. This is what I'm gonna do. I know I want to do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I would always go to class and I would be like, man, I'm gonna be on stage. I'm gonna win an Oscar. Like I'm gonna be acting. Like I would always say that. But you know, basketball was always in the forefront as well too. I always didn't really do a lot of the UIL shows because it was always something basketball was first.
Right.
So once I went to school after I graduated from college, or when I finished up my years of eligibility in basketball in college, I had another semester left. I started taking classes, acting classes. Really, my ex, she the one that got a gift for me to go to acting classes. I would always say, I want to do some acting stuff, and she got it. And then after that, it was like, you know what? I forgot how much I love this. I'm finna just focus on this. This is what I'm going to focus on.
It's so funny because I saw a quote that you put on one of your pages, and you said, it was actually, I like to say, a manifestation of prayer.
Okay.
It says, I just want this for the rest of my life. Lord, can I get paid to do what I love so much? I feel like it's my calling. It's definitely my passion.
Oh, wow.
I'll follow your lead, God. Just order my steps in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oof, hallelujah. I said
#, Dean Direction. Now, this was back in 2015.
2015?
Okay? And now we're in 2020.
Oof.
Now,
15.
The reason why I actually pinpointed that is that because you created the hashtag, which is also something that you go by.
Right.
Need the patent. Dean Direction.
Right.
So, you know, you talked about like falling in love with acting and just realizing that acting was something that you were called to do, and you created Dean Direction. How did you get to Los Angeles, California to be an actor?
Me and my brother own the house that my mom left to us. Rest in peace to my mom. She passed away in 2010.
Sorry to hear that.
That's okay. You know, man, this is a funny story because I can talk about this it's crazy because the first time that I was going to come, I gotta backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So the first time I was going to come out to LA, I had went on. I did this audition to go to New York Film Academy, and at first I was gonna go to New York Film Academy, right? And I did this audition, and they loved what I did, that they were going to give me. I was getting scholarship money.
Wow.
But I still had not a full ride, but I had to pay for some stuff. My mom got sick. She got sick the first time, and then the second time it came, so I didn't go. Second time it came around. It came around one more time, and my mom was like, "Just go for it." And that's what at the time I was listening to it. I mean, at the time it was happening. Empire, the song Empire State, Jay-Z and
and
that
Alicia
was playing
Keys
on.
and his,
And I told her how I did well at the audition again.
Yeah.
And my mom she was crying, right? And that song was playing while she was crying because it's New York Film Academy or whatever. And she was like, "Baby, I just want you to go chase your dreams. I just know you can do it."
You know when mama say something, it's always final.
Right. And she crying like I'm about to get ready to leave, but I'm not going nowhere. Like
right.
I ain't even. But then she ended up passing away.
Oh.
So that kind of put a stop on it a little bit. So I was just that was gonna be my opportunity to go to LA because I was gonna go to one in LA.
Wow.
But then fast forward, she left us the house. Me and my brother just got to the point of it to where we just kind of wanted to kind of part ways with it. It was a hard decision because it was something that my mama didn't want, but I prayed on it a lot, and because of where it was taking me and my brother's relationship, it really wasn't a good thing. Mm-hmm. And the best thing for it was just to kind of part our ways with it, just to be done with it. And then from there, I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna try to use this to maybe go to LA, the money that I get from it." But what happened when I used to come to LA to shoot a lot with a lot of different creators, you
right.
know. This is back when Southwest, they still probably had a deal. Southwest had these good plane deals for every month you can get a ticket for $50-$75 round trip.
Oh, wow.
So me and Watts would come out every month or so and just shoot with people. Then I met my boy Terrence, and through Terrence, we had a similar connection as far as the acting part of it.
Right.
And we would help each other with our self tapes. When I had an agent back in Houston, and then I end up doing a self tape at his house, and his agent Mark Brown, Anthony Brown, was there. I didn't know he was an agent at the time. He just another person. He from the H.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just looked like a regular nigga like me. Like shit. Like. A person that I know from Houston. He's a Houston person to the core. So anyways, I do it. We exchange information. I'm like, cool. It's a person I can get to know when I'm coming to LA. Tell me where the party's at. But he ended up hitting me at the time when I was when the house was getting finalized to be sold and I get the money. And he was like, "Man, you ever think about coming to LA?" I'm like, "Yeah, all the time, man, but I don't want to really come until I get an agent. Like, I really kind of want to be set. I don't know how I'm going to do that."
So you're playing. Everything was kind of coming together.
And then he was like, "Well, man, he like this how you, man, shit, we need a big nigga like you on the roster." I'm like, "What?" He tell it's the agent. He's like, "What you talking about the roster?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm an agent." "You an agent?" I said, "Man, get out of here. You ain't no agent." Bro.
Now, see, that's crazy because, a lot of times, you know where you want to go. You know how you want to get there. But it's the energy that, you put into what you want can actually create opportunities to you. So here you're just doing a self-tape and not knowing that there's somebody already in the room that's prepared as a resource for you to be able to get to where you need to be.
Exactly.
Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about, because recently this year you did a big role for one of Houston's biggest influential contributors to the hip hop industry, which was DJ Screw. Right. It is a TV series called All Screwed Up.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about how you got that role and the role that you play.
All right, so Chill. I don't know if you know Chill. Chill's the person who directed it.
Yes,
man,
Chill vibes.
Chill, man. He's an amazing director, amazing shooter, amazing producer. He's a talented dude, man. I have a relationship with Chill through B Watts. He used to manage Watts, and he would shoot a lot of content for us. So I got that. That's how we have a relationship. And he hit me up. He said he had a part for me to play in his in the DJ Screw movie, and it's not anybody that's relevantly that's connected to the story. Well, it's connected to the story of Screw, but he's not anybody that we really know. I played the landlord when Screw was a young man. When his mom, him and his mom was kind of like I was the landlord to his mom's. But afterwards, after we finished, I say, hey, now I don't know exactly where all of it is going right now, as far as like because they still. I don't even know what all I can say about it, but it's still stuff being worked out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And afterwards, I'm like, hey, chill, man. You bring this. If it's something bigger, I want to be Hawk. Goddamn it.
So who is Hawk?
Big Hawk.
Big Hawk.
Big Hawk. He part of one member of the SUC. Big Hawk. He a big influential person in Houston as well too. But it was I was happy to be a part of it, no matter what role I played. I was just joking with him. But I mean, it was fun. It was fun to do. It was kind of fun to go back in that history and just learn a little bit more about Screw, things that I didn't know. And I'm just blessed to be a part of it. So that was cool.
Awesome, yeah. Because DJ Screw, guys, he's been like one of like the major influences. Like, what do you feel specifically that he's like contributed to hip hop?
Dang near everything. I mean, like when we listen to what people talk about now in their music. I mean, I know this necessarily probably not the best thing, but when people talk about drinking lean and even when it come to the sound, sometimes when it come to Drake or when you just hear.
Well, Drake actually spent a lot of time in Houston.
Yes, right. Like I mean, a lot of his sound is Houston. You know what I mean? And Screw got a big influence on that because you cannot talk about DJ Screw when it comes to hip hop in Houston and hip hop period. You know what I mean? Like hip hop period. I believe that Houston has a big influence, more than what people may even know. Right. In hip hop.
Right, because you got people right now like Meg the Stallion, who's coming out.
Shout out to Meg, man. I met Meg a long time ago before she had Blue, man, and I don't know if she had just started the rap, but I remember her spitting. I'm like, oh, she can go, and from then she just took off. Like, man, shout out to Meg.
Meg, Beyonce, there's so many people that have come from Houston, and like yourself.
All right, myself.
Yes. But another thing that I want to talk about, you came to LA, but this IMBD work, y'all listen. When you become an actor, IMBD is basically what validates you for being an actor versus, wanting to be. But anyways, let's talk about your IMBD work.
Okay.
You did the Pizza Joint movie, which you were the gunman. You did Rightful, which you were Meek Griffin's, Vowed, Savish, Step Up High Water. You have director, producer credits, and so much more. Like y'all, now this is just a list. But I want to talk about one of the roles that you did back in 2018, which was the Rightful movie. Tell me a little bit about this movie and the role that you played.
So Rightful is about two brothers, Meeks Griffin and Robert Griffin. I'm sorry, I can't remember the brother's name. But basically, these two brothers this kind of like take place at a time when, I don't know if it was still, I think they were free. They were free men, and they were smart men. They were from South Carolina. They had owned their own land.
So this is during slavery time.
This is during slavery time, but they were free. They had their freedom papers, and they were very intellectual. And what happened was basically the mayor, the chief of police, I don't know if it was the governor, a few lawyers had a part in a conspiracy. Well, not a conspiracy, but of getting them killed.
Oh wow!
So they can take their land. They wanted their land.
So these young brothers had some land.
They had land, like not no small land. They had
it was like acres of land.
Acres of land.
And they were all getting together to bring them down.
They were all getting they
wow.
They accused them of murder. That's what it was. They accused them of murder, something that they didn't do, and they sentenced them to death. And the movie is about those two brothers, but what happened is it's a slasher film, though. So
right, true story.
True. It's
based on true events.
Based on true events. Now, whatever all the rest that takes place in the movie doesn't happen. What happens is that the descendants of the people that framed the Meeks brothers,
right?
They're all the same. Like, so the descendants is a judge, a lawyer. All of them are their descendants, you know. So what happens is this one girl who's also a descendant. They all three of them own part of the land, and they're trying to get the girl who doesn't live in South Carolina, like she's like, I forget where she lives, but she comes in and finds out about that she owns this land, and the judge and the lawyer are trying to kind of conspire against her to sell it so they can like do whatever they want to do with it. Got you. But then we come back from the dead, right?
Okay, so it's like a conspiracy scary movie.
Yeah. Okay. We come back from the dead to kind of like put an end to all the people that had basically the bad racist people.
Well, first of all, let me talk about something that you did put it into, because you did a role in All American, and you were a bouncer. Yeah, and you basically like, is it? It's Defla, right?
What?
The character. What's her name?
Dreezy. You talking about Dreezy?
Dreezy. It's Dreezy. Dreezy. So basically, you was like, I'm not letting Fantasia's sister in.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, you said Fantasia's brother. Fantasia's brother. So tell me a little bit more about this character.
So I mean, I was just playing the role of a security guard. And you know, I was a bouncer. The whole plan. It was a short scene, but it was basically just not letting her in. She couldn't get in. I didn't know who she was, and the guy that played her. Which is what most
people do. Like, you know, when you're trying to get in the club, you know, you're trying to give names.
Right. She tried to drop names, which rightfully so. She knew the person, but you know,
it just didn't work.
She got played, you know, and I had to. You know, she couldn't get in.
Well, listen, there's two other roles you played in The Coroner. You played Jamal, the crime mystery, back in 2018, and you also did Step Up. High Water.
Step Up, same thing. I was a bouncer, but that was a little short. It wasn't me playing nobody. It was just me playing a bouncer, letting people in the club. You know.
So it sounds like you almost have like a typecast here.
I mean, you know, when you start off in the game, you know, you're gonna play towards your typecast. That's what you're gonna probably mostly get booked as anyway. So that's why you gotta. As much as you pour into what you want to do, as far as on the acting side, you still got to be able to, you know, help create those other opportunities for you that may not be presented. You know what I mean? So I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", so it's not I don't see a lot of people that look like me on the screen. Right. So you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to build that opportunity for myself to be able to show that I can play all roles. You know what I mean? Like, right. So that's how it is at first. You know. Either the big cuddly guy, the big teddy bear.
They always want to typecast you like according to your look.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm either the big cuddly guy, the bouncer, or a big thug. I ain't gonna lie, I like playing the villains though. I love playing the villain.
It's always cool to play a villain.
Man, that's just my favorite thing. I did this one pilot called Headspace. That's probably not on there yet. I think they still trying to sell it.
In 2020.
Where I was playing this drug dealer in the hood. And it's a dope show. It's a dope concept. Basically, it's just about mental health in the hood. You know, I mean, these two,
which everybody needs to be educated about mental health, because you know, a lot of people deal with it. But you know, it's movies and things. Actually, yeah, it's actually another show called Cycles that's out right now. Cycles. That's talking about mental health. Yes, okay. And it's actually a really, really good one.
Oh yeah, what's that on?
It's actually on Amazon Prime.
Well, I'm going to check that out because I do got Prime, baby.
But listen, we finally got down to our special segment, which is Viral Vice.
Okay.
Mr. Dean, listen, we're going to work this 2 ways. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then you're going to give me 3 answers on your own of what you would tell actors and people out here how they can be able to have this viral fame. So number 1, what is the process of getting a good agent? I want you to give me one good answer.
One good answer?
One good answer.
Real.
Okay, so real.
Like not one word.
So what is the process of getting a good agent?
A good agent. I mean, you got to kind of like, it's almost, you got to build those steps. You know what I mean? Like, you might not get to CAA the first go around. You know what I mean? That's not gonna happen. You kind of build with what you feel like that you can get to, and you want to make sure you got your headshots. You want to make sure you got your reel together, and go from there. Send out emails, and attack it that way.
One question I want to ask you is that what would you say to someone who's looking to move out of their hometown to a city like LA to pursue their dreams?
Be ready for the unexpected, man. Like, you got to make sure you prepare for anything when it come to your opportunity, when it come to financial, when it come to whatever. You just got to be ready out here in LA, because things could change in an instant. For the good or the bad, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
And what's the best way to collab with people that you want to work with?
The best way to collab with people, the best way is to reach out to them. I didn't really do a lot of reaching out. Like, I just created. When I did, I just kept creating.
That's it.
'Cause once you start creating, and once you creating good content, there's people gonna gravitate towards it. You know what I mean? The people that you want to work with, or the people that you supposed to work with. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might think you want to work with somebody that might not be the right person for you. So yeah, just keep creating. It's gonna come.
Well, listen. There's a process of elimination, he said. There is, you got to be ready. And then number 3 was that you just got to create. But Dean himself is going to give us his 3 viral vices. So come on. You got to let us know. 3 things.
3 things as far as
going viral.
Going viral. I would say the first thing, don't try to go viral.
Oh.
Like, just just make it genuine. Be genuine with what you want to do. Know what it is that you want to do, and create. You want to just create. Just once you keep creating, the viral things are going to happen. Also, you can also play towards what's relative. You know what I mean? What's going on.
Number 2, play to what's relative. So,
like, you can. If a lot of times when you got these challenges, or something may happen, an event may happen in pop culture, and you're going to see nothing but videos about it each and every day until it's old. Well, you play towards that, jump into that. If you're trying to go, that's a good way to go viral. Just play towards what's relative.
And the third one.
The third one, I would just say, you gotta believe and don't quit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
man, that's a good one.
Like, yeah, like a lot of times, sometimes we might get to a place to where it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But when you get there, you just gotta keep going. You can't quit. You know what I mean? You can't quit. Eventually something's gonna take off. You post every day, you play to what's relative, you do what's genuine, create what you want to create. It's gonna happen.
Well, Dean Will, who had 4 million views on his Facebook, had 378K viewers on his IG, and turned around and got another almost 400K on his YouTube.
I had a video on Instagram that went 1 million views too.
You didn't post that one though.
I just posted.
Oh, really? Tell us about it.
Posted. That's the one I did with Low London. Shout out to the homie Low London. She played on the Bad Girls Club. She was feisty.
So why do you think that you hit 1 million on that one?
I don't know if it was because it was low on it. It could have been. I think it was a mixture of Low London being a part of it. What the video was about. The video was about. What was the video about?
Forgot.
It was basically. I think it was basically about. When your girlfriend buys you something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was she in the video. She bought me. We played that she bought me an Escalade, a new car. So I started thinking about, what does this mean? Now, if
somebody buys you,
she has the upper.
So if your girl buys you a car, what does it mean?
It was like she basically would have an advantage over me as far as just because she bought me this car. You know what I mean? I feel like she would always have like one up on me. So I played to me thinking about what that would be like. And every time I wanted to go do something in the car, she would always say, "The car I bought you." Oh, I'm coming with you. So then when I go back to get back out of my mind, I'm like, you know what, baby, we don't need this car.
Because you didn't want to have to deal with the obligation.
Right. Matter of fact, I ended up giving the car to Watts. He was driving by. He was riding by on a scooter, and I was like, "What's up? Trade me the keys for the scooter." So we traded off on the scooter. He gave me the scooter. I gave him the keys, and me and Low London, she on my back riding off with me on the scooter. Like, she still came with me no matter what.
Wow. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to tell you congratulations on all that you've accomplished. You made it to LA. You're living your dreams. You are a working actor. You are creating content. And you're getting those numbers.
Man, appreciate you.
So thank you so much for blessing us with your presence.
Man,
but we need to know, where can we find Mr. Dean Will?
You can find me on all platforms. Dean Will, baby. That's Dean Will with one L. All right, DEANWIL. All platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Well, I'm your host, Nima Scott. You can find me on all social media platforms at NEEMASKYE. It has been another edition of Gone Viral, guys. You know where to find us next week. Tune in, 5 p.m. See you guys then.
Hey.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content. And be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.